How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to Upside DIY. So I basically have this flashlight inside of this bucket or this paint can that I drilled a lot of holes through it. But it makes a pretty cool effect. I think might think about something with this or just pass it on. So I'm kind of using this headlamp and this flashlight. This headlamp is starting to the battery's starting to drain after 3 days. So this is the headlamp. Kind of see it flashing, and then turn it on. And I have the camera light and a flashlight. So I'm gonna just show you guys pretty much the basics of cleaning a rear wheel. Basic tools I have is a wash bucket, some brushes, heavy duty brushes, a wire brush, a scraper, and a fork. So first what I do is actually use, I fill this container up with water and things, and I scrub just everything with water and soap, and then I get the wire brush, and I have two of these, but it really cleans up these gears, really fast and efficient. You'll be surprised how good the wire brush works. And then if and also having a cup of water to scoop and throw on there will be good. So yeah, I have other bicycle wheels and stuff, so I could definitely do a walkthrough on that. But a screwdriver really helps, and even a fork could really help. You know, scrape out any dirt and just stuff and grease. And these things get pretty cleaned up and stuff. This is a rear wheel. I'm actually parting out and really touching up on everything that I got used and for free. I brought it home, and there's always something to tinker around and adjust from, you know. So here are two other tires. There's one with the inner tubes. The inner tube seems to be okay, but one of the tires is really bad. And there's just all types of old tires, but you can still reuse them if you had enough, determination and patience. You could actually make your own tires out of, just trying to just pretty much have a rim and things. And I've taken off the spokes on the rim too and things like that. But if you get one for each size, you could definitely rebuild and make your own tires. So besides having some of these tools, you could actually have a bucket, and I have some type of oil filter, another wire brush, a tin can to help me wash some of the parts. I'm gonna keep these in here for now. So after the wheel is washed and cleaned, and I just leave the soap on until I finally until I actually take off all the parts, because I'm gonna repaint them and re-grease it. So I'm cleaning this off. Then I've got to prep pretty much two wheels for now. But and also I want to match a rear and a front wheel that might seem pretty good and stuff, and having nuts on this one and a quick release on the front one, which this one has, but it's not. There's some stuff missing on that quick release, but just having a rear and a front tire, just seeing the condition and things, and repainting and getting good parts for them. I've got cleaning them up, cleaning, prepping, and rebuilding, and greasing old tires is really good for it just depends on the bike frame. I usually like a lightweight bike frame. This is actually like a teen or a young adult bike, and I've got the wheels off and washing and things. So right here is actually a way for me to wash bicycles indoor and stuff. I have a brush here, and kind of carrying this stuff, keeping it always ready and stuff is really useful and things. So I'm bringing the brushes, the bucket, I guess, the bike bucket, also some cleaner and degreaser, and then this brush, a bucket of soap and water, with maybe 1 or 2 rags in there. It's going to help you actually wash the bike by hand. Besides that, I also added a drop cloth. It's hanging on like a stand, a speaker stand, but it's actually a really useful cover, you know, because you know, it works pretty good and stuff. Um, so yeah, so the way how I wash this is pretty much like the bike wheel, and you know, wearing gloves, but I also have plastic bags to help, you know, I have 3 plastic bags, reusing plastic bags, pretty much a nice baby or a nice wash tub. And this is actually for when um, the um, the gear, I could put that in there and clean off the gear and things. But the main thing about washing this, hand washing, is you also need a cloth to help you dry up stuff, and you can kind of see like where everything needs to be, you know, sanded and touched up, painted or whatnot, or you know, painted into a good color. But you know, just having this wash bucket and then drying it off. So yeah, and then the thing about this is, you know, try to expose the inside of the gear. So I would actually flip this back over, and that just so that I could, you know, have the chain and the gear inside the bucket, and then I've got these tools to help me scrape off anything. So yeah, I can't wait to finish. This bike is pretty much mostly cleaned off and things. I just have to work on the handlebars for a final clean, but it's pretty clean. It's pretty clean. You know, and I might have to find a tube or something to help me clean. Uh, but yeah, there are some things left on here to take apart, clean up. Like this kickstand is a really nice kickstand. I really like bikes with kickstands. These brake pedals, some of the reflectors broke off, so I could just bend, but they seem to be okay. The whole brake pedal is there, but I just want to take off these bulky reflectors and things. It's actually a really small foot or something, but pedal. But yeah, like I mentioned, you know, I've got spray degreaser right here, and then I just need to use a wire brush. I could actually clean it off right here and stuff. I could actually even have a plastic bag, and also plastic bag is going to help me cover up some of this things that I'm going to be painting and stuff. So I could really clean this off with the wire brush. And I've got a couple of rags. There's one here, and there's one underneath the bucket up front. And I'm gonna clean it once like this, and then I'm gonna turn it over and try to really clean the chain, or you know, just finish wiping off. But yeah, definitely wash and then dry off. The dry off is pretty useful, and then I could just you know. So then after this is washed, you know, it's not, the bike isn't fixed yet, and things like that. I'm also building some type of a bike stand. So I was initially going to use 2x4s, and you know, it's going to be 42 inches, no, 44, and then the base is 32 and the height is 30. It's going to be pretty much as tall as just a regular bicycle, but it's going to be able to hold the front and the back wheels and the bicycle in the middle, just because just for rebuilding and, you know, retouching up things, and you know, taking apart parts and stuff. I need to really make a few screws to take off the rear sprocket. You know, you gotta take off, I mean, there's just so much to take off. You gotta, you know how to take off the handlebars, front fork, the pedals, and even the gear systems. You gotta know how to take that stuff apart, repaint it, and re-grease it. So there's more of these videos coming up, but I just wanted to get to the basics in making a stand. This 2x4 actually fits. This thing actually, doesn't touch the forks and things, so I could make a 2x4 into a nice stand. I could cut this 2x4 in half and have one for the front and one for the rear. Maybe the rear one, well, it should be pretty much in a straight line. I'll just have to double check the clearance with the pedals on and things like that. But so that stand is going to basically be cemented into a coffee can. And how I cement things, I've done a video before, is I put heavy duty screws. So this screw right here is actually really heavy duty. It's a Phillips. It's really thick and stuff. I was going to use it for a scraper and things, but you kind of get the picture. I gotta find 3 more of these and then put one on each side, one here and then one on the other side there, and then fill up the paint can with some concrete and then dip this in and fill it up. It's going to harden and basically be really mobilized to help me make a stand for pretty much any bicycle, and I'll have a front and a rear one. So just imagine, when I get this done, how useful it's going to be is making some engine stands out of 2 paint cans. I think I would make this paint can before I make this other stand that I'm doing, which is a pretty good idea and things. But this it's just there's really no real place for the wheels. But I could actually, alter this piece of wood and build a nice little bracket to help me with the wheels. But eventually I'm going to have, these notes and stuff to help guide me on the height and the length and things like that. But eventually I'm going to build this, but first I'm going to build the can stand. That's definitely another thing, DIY, that I'm doing and hopefully getting done. So yeah, with the bicycles being on the list, it's just I got to clean up parts, and I have these cans and stuff, some extra wood, places to really work out and wash a lot of these random parts, which I don't know what they're for, but some of them are real useful. And I'm gonna have the parts washer suitcase and a parts washer to help me clean up these things. And then touch them up with some paint. So I'm going to buy a case of black paint, basically, would be really useful, with some more liquid nail. So I got 1 tray, pretty much 2 trays of bolts and things, and I have some more outside in front of my shed, which is probably twice as much as this. But yeah, I could probably fill up 3 suitcases with the stuff I have outdoor. But after it's all sorted out and stuff, things are getting cleaner, and I'll have a ton of stuff to do. And the tray and the sifter and things are going to be reused. I'm going to store them inside of this suitcase where I could roll around, or and hopefully it doesn't collapse too bad. But I'm doing all types of so making all types of ideas and ways to sort stuff with metal and things. I'm gonna have to use angle grinders and even a welder and things that I do have, but I don't really work, and it's really tough to practice on stuff. But I gotta do something. So just sorting out what I have and then trying to really do something useful. So yeah, if anybody's been following me, with this bicycle and cleaning up parts and stuff, this is where I'm at on August 1st, 2022. I added some hand tools and just all types of sorting out piles and getting a lot of different things. So a lot of things connecting to each other. So basically cleaned 1 bicycle here. And basically can't wait to clean up this bicycle. Like I mentioned, there's other pieces of wood to help me try to make the bicycle stand and things like that out of coffee cans. But yeah, you guys, I think I could enjoy this video just because it's just everything updated. And here's pretty much a good bicycle and things, and this rim right here. And you know, I've got wax cloths, and you know, it just needs to be washed. I just actually need to wash this and recheck all the specs and stuff, but it's been pretty good. So until then, I'm gonna just try to manage and think that this is gonna be here for a while, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of work and stuff, cleaning up bicycles and taking them apart for you guys and myself. And I'll see you on the next Upside DIY. Have a good day. Take it easy. So I gotta just clean this up and then turn it and then clean the handlebars. So I'll see you later.